Hello, John.
Good morning.
Yeah, I mean, you're a very successful boss, a very successful leader. And I'm sure you haven't thought about it. I'm sure it's instinctive for you. But what would you say the important elements are of being a good leader? The sort of person that people who work for them say they're great.
Well, I think the lady that spoke before summed it up quite well, but it's a little bit beyond that, because I think the number one attribute is probably fairness. You've got to fairly judge everything. But it's also very important in an aggressive environment like I was in to be demanding, but demanding in such a way that you help people grow to deliver the best possible result for the business. And for that, you need a really good boss, and you need employees who are dedicated and hungry to succeed for themselves.
Are you their mate?
No, never their mate, or not never, but no, not. It's absolutely counterproductive most of the time to be friends. What you need to be is respected and inspirational, but friendship doesn't come into it.
And trust. They have to trust you. You have to inspire them. How do you do that? How do you make them walk over hot coals for you?
Well, that's partly the points that I've already made, which it's all about being respected. And to be respected, you've got to be fair, honest, truthful, trustworthy. And if you've got all of those qualities, then you're trusted by your employees. But you've still got to be a hard driver, because some people need that push. But you've got to know how to treat each individual, because there's an old philosophy in management, which is carrot and stick, and you do need carrot, a huge carrot for some people, but a bit of stick for others.
Well, what's the stick? What does the stick look like?
The stick is just really, it's probably a negative term for what's a very positive action, which is sitting somebody down, pointing out the flaws or their errors or what they can do better, and helping them to do better. And if you do that, then that's very motivational, because they can see, hopefully, what you're saying is reasonable and fair, and they can try and up the game and aspire to be better.
What about somebody, I mean, your phone's for you. What about somebody who, flings a phone across the room?
What does that mean?
Temper, temper, temper.
Temper? Well, there's no real room in business for temper. Temper's generally very negative. Showing an element of displeasure or becoming somewhat irate can stress a point, but there's not really any room for temper, because temper usually leads to irrational behaviour, and irrational behaviour is never going to produce the right result.
And are leaders born or made?
A combination of the two. I think you've got to be born to be a leader, but like every talent in life, you need to be born with that talent, but then you can make that talent way, way better by life's experiences and by passion and by dedication and wanting to be the best you can be.
I mean, chucking the mobile phone, for example. I don't know if Steve Jobs was famous. What an incredible success he was. And he gave so much to the world. But he was famous as having a terrible temper. I've done stuff with Alex Ferguson. He's one of the most impressive human beings I've come across. And he was a brilliant leader. He understood each member of his team as an individual. He understood their psychology. He knew what motivated every particular individual. He occasionally had the hairdryer treatment as well, but it's all about retaining that respect, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If you lose the respect and the trust, it's very, very difficult to be a good manager. I mean, people have to trust that what you say you're going to do, that you do, and that you're always intending to be a fair manager. Nobody wants to work for somebody irrational or unfair.